welcome to Basic Scratch episode 6 Beyond Basics. First of all, I want to thank everybody that has downloaded this podcast and subscribed to it. I would if you like it, you can rate it at the iTunes store, and if you have any feedback, comment or suggestion, you can leave a comment and let me know about it. Basic Scratch is based on a book called Basic Scratch, available at the Amazon Kindle store. The book's main goal is to explain the basics of Scratch, but today I will explain some features that go beyond the basics of Scratch. Scratch is an easy programming language. You can create simple projects with it like games, interactive stories, but I've also seen robots programmed with Scratch, so you can do more advanced stuff with Scratch. Of course, it has its limitations. It's not a high level programming language, but you can do more than just create games and make the sprite go left and right. I have programmed Arduino microcontrollers with Scratch. So again, you can do some advanced stuff with Scratch. So today we'll go beyond basics. Today we're going to focus on the following block categories: control, sensing, operators. If you go to control, you see there are several conditional statements. You have the if-then statements, you have the if-then-else statements. If-then-else statement is what they call a conditional statement. You have a condition here, and if that condition is true, whichever block that you have before the else statement is executed. If the condition is false, whatever block that you have inserted after the else statement will be executed. I'll show you an example. For example, we can create the following script. Before we create the following script, I'll show you just one more block: sensing. In sensing, you have several blocks, but the most important that I think you should know about are the ask and wait block and the answer block. The ask and wait block will ask you a question, and then it will ask you and you have to type an input, and the input you type will be saved in the answer block. The answer is what they call a variable, so your input, whatever you type in, will be saved in the answer block. I'll give you an example. For example, we will drag and drop this block to the scripts area. It will ask you your name, so if you click on it, double click on it, you see the cat will ask you your name, and there is a field for your input. So you insert your name. For example, I'll put my name, Eduardo, and then you can click enter, and it will save it in the answer block. But we can use other blocks so it can tell us what the input was. It can say back the answer that we just typed in. To do that, we go to the loops block, and we can drag and drop the say hello block for 2 seconds. Now we go back to the sensing category, and what we will do is we will drag the answer block, but we will embed it in the hello field. You see, when I bring the answer block close, you see like a white edge displays around the hello field. That means you can let go, and the answer variable, the answer block, will be inserted in the save for 2 seconds block. So now I'll double click on that script, and again it will ask you your name. You will type your name, press enter, and see, the next block will say your answer back to you. Okay, so that's one advanced feature of the Scratch program. Now we can combine what I just showed you with the conditional statement. I will, for example, drag and drop the conditional statement underneath the ask and wait block. So it will ask me my name. I will say what we can do is we can go to the operators block and we can drag and drop this operator block that says equal. So you have, like, on the left side you have a block equals something on the right side. We will just drag and drop it, and again this we can embed in the if then field. Now I drag and drop the answer because that will hold the input that I type when I'm asked what's my name by the sprite. So I will insert this on the left side of the equal operator, and on the right side I will type Eduardo, my name. I will drag and drop this say block underneath before the else statement, and I will drag and drop another say hello block underneath the else statement. So one before it, the other one after it. In the first one I will say yes, you are Eduardo. In the second statement I will type no, you are not Eduardo. So I'll explain a little bit what this script will do. It will ask me my name, and then the if then statement, the conditional statement, will check if the answer, so the input I type, if it equals Eduardo. If it is, the sprite will say yes, you are Eduardo. If it doesn't, so if this condition is false, if it doesn't, if the input that I typed in is not Eduardo, it will say no, you are not Eduardo. Let's test this out. We'll double click on it, and it says what's your name, so I'll type Eduardo, which means the condition will be true because the answer will be equal to Eduardo, so it will say yes, you are Eduardo. Let's test if this is correct. So I'll press enter, and yes, the cat says yes, you are Eduardo. Now let's double click again on the script, and let's input a name that's not Eduardo. Let's put, for example, Jim. I'll type Jim, and again I'll press enter. So this condition will not be true because the input, the answer Jim, is not equal to Eduardo. So it will execute the block after the else statement. Let's try this and see if it does that. See, it says no, you are not Eduardo. So that's the explanation of the conditional statement. One more feature that you can do with Scratch is the data block. In the data block, you can create your own variables. For example, to create a variable, you need to go to make a variable, and you need to type a name. For example, I'll type number, and you can select here if this variable that you create will only count for all sprites or for this sprite only. I'll leave it at for all sprites. Then you click OK. Once you create a variable, it creates several blocks. It creates the variable that you created, which is number, and it creates some more blocks like set number to 0, change number by 1, show variable number, hide variable. So we're going to create a script with the new variable we created. I'll drag and drop set number to 0. So that means the variable, this is what they call initialized. This means the first value the variable has is 0. So it's initialized at 0. You can change and set it to another number, like set number to 5 or 10. but I'll leave it at set to 0. I'll drag and drop a repeat block, and I'll snap it underneath the set number to 0 block, and I'll go back to the data category and I'll say change number by 1. So what this does is, when I run the script, it first initializes my variable number to 0, then it will repeat the following action 10 times, and each time the action that it repeats is it will change the number by 1. So the first time it repeats number, the number will be 1, then the second repeat will be 2, the third repeat will be 3, the fourth repeat will be 4. For us to make sure that it does this, we can add a say block to it. For example, I'll go to the looks category and I'll drag and drop the say hello block right underneath the change number by 1, and remember, in the hello field, in the text field, you can embed a variable. Now the variable that we want to embed is the number variable that we just created. So we go back to the data category and we'll drag and drop the number in the text field of the say block. One last block that we'll drag and drop is just to make the program go a little bit slower, is we'll go to the control category and we'll drag and drop the wait 1 seconds block right underneath the say block. We snap it. So what this script is going to do is, first block is going to initialize number to 0, so the variable is going to be 0 originally. Then every time it goes through the repeat block, it will go 10 times. It will change the number by 1, so the number will be increased by 1. It will say the number, it will wait 1 second, and then go again through the repeat block. Let's double click on the script and see what it does. See, it's a script that counts to 10. If you notice too, you see like a field here that also shows the number variable and how it changes. You can hide it and you can show it. To hide it, you just go back to the data category and you take this check mark off the block and it will disappear. If you want to show it, just click in this box and it will show it. So this was a short explanation about what more you can do with Scratch beyond the basics. Thank you for watching, and till next time. Bye bye.